Hello, 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 my beloved souls. Blessed be, blessed day. I am Autumn, the Enlightened daughter. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I know we have some new subscribers, so shout out to all the new subscribers. I love you guys. Thank you guys all for being here. Thank you to the old ones as well, but just in general, like there's a whole like high vibe tribe here, and I'm loving it. I'm here for it. Um, we're heading into eclipse season, people. We're heading into eclipse season. The hits just keep on coming, right? It's just like one thing after another after another. So we're heading into eclipse season. Then we have Mercury going retrograde. Then we have another eclipse. Then we're getting ready for the freaking 8-8 portal. And on it goes. So anyway, had to jump on about the eclipse because these energies are wild, crazy, intense. And I was feeling it for like over a week, right? Just watching stuff play out and feeling these vibes and connecting with my team of light and just being like, all right, like, what does this all mean? What is it showing us? And a big part of what I was being shown is how this eclipse is really highlighting um, our fears and our insecurities, right? Like some people get excited during eclipse. I know it's fun to look at. It's a gorgeous thing to look at. If you want to take it to the spirituality part, right, to the light side, like understand that during the eclipse, this is during our beautiful bright day, there's darkness coming in, right? Because it's knocking out the light. There's a block between the shadow and the light, right? And so we kind of don't see that. You might see a little light on the outside, but you're missing a part, right? That's where we're literally getting blocked from our light. So when we're being blocked from our light, that's what's intensified our shadow side. And so a lot of the things that you're holding deep within your shadow is being amplified right now. A lot of the things that we try to ignore is coming up to the surface, right? And there are darker energies on this planet that really thrive during this time, right? Like they're just like bidding their time for the eclipse to come in at the right moment so they could do some funky shit. But you are a being of pure light. You are the light above all else. You know what I mean? And so even in these moments where the light is taken from you in just that second, it's a reminder, it's a big reminder of your own luminosity. You know what I'm saying? You should never be afraid of the dark because you are the light. No matter where you go, you are it already, right? You're not here to like bring a torch to the planet and to like come with a light bulb. Like you are the torch, you are the light bulb. You are the ray of sunshine in the middle of all this darkness. So I'm seeing a lot of it play out big time in the energies of love and as well as with money and finance, right? Our abundance energy. But mainly our abundance, because abundance isn't just money, but mainly the abundance that is our birthright for finance and wealth and prosperity. A lot of that being addressed again in this shadow period. Like whatever your fear, whatever your insecurity, whatever keeps you up at night, whatever it is that maybe you're not verbalizing, that you're just kind of like the reason that you're not sleeping. You know what I mean? It's like a very Nine of Swords energy. So whatever your wherever you may have like a toxic love pattern in your life, right? Whether that's like, oh, love has always been transactional for me. You know what I mean? Like I have to buy the gifts or they have to buy me something or I'm trying to earn this person's love. You know what I mean? Like that is not a healthy version of love. You shouldn't feel like if I do all these things or I'm spending all this money, then, oh, then that should be good enough for this person to love me. No, they need to love you regardless of that. That can be added onto you. You know what I'm saying? It's like some freaking icing or like the cherry on the cake. But it is not the cake in and of itself. Love is the cake in and of itself. And that doesn't have a price. You know what I mean? God's love is infinite and eternal, and it flows onto us all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? And once you realize that you are God as well, and that love is available to you 24 hours a day, you don't feel like you need to go out there and earn it. Or is your toxic love pattern maybe like codependency, right? And it's like you need to hear from this person all the time, or you need to see them all the time, or you always want to know what they're doing, or you want to be all up under them. And I'm not talking about like the love language where like maybe your love language is like physical touch or quality time or gift giving. Those are healthy expressions of love. I'm talking about like I need this thing because if I don't have this thing, then life is incomplete, or, I'm going to be shattered, or I just, I need to hold on because I'm afraid. There's like the toxic self codependency energy of those that will leave before it gets too deep, before you get really like committed into a relationship because you don't want to be left. And those that cling on so much, so desperately that it becomes suffocating, right? It's like a smothering type of love. And so if these are anywhere within your energy fields or anyone that you're kind of like dealing with, you're going to see these things amplified at this time. What was another one? Because three of them came to me. It was like the codependency, the transactional love, and the abandonment. Oh, that was the abandonment, not codependency, the abandonment, leaving before you get left, being very non-committal. See that play out all the time. Running from your shit, right? Running from your problems, running from relationships, running from a love that might be a little too deep. And again, it's not the healthy version of, this is one of my love languages, like, I love you, so, maybe when I'm out in the street, I'm walking around, I see something that makes me think of you, I pick it up. Oh, I bought you a freaking crystal because I know you love crystals, and I saw one when I was coming home. Or, I picked up something for you to eat because I know that that's your favorite restaurant, and I happen to be in that area today. It's very different from like, oh, what can I do? Chasing behind a person and like begging them for attention and begging them for love and begging them to be with you and needing to talk to them 24 hours a day and constantly watching your phone and, like, you need to be able to love yourself and be healthy enough within your own energies, but that's not something that you're chasing all the time, right? And then when it comes to money and finance, it's the same type of thing. You know what I mean? It's like, are you just chasing that next dollar, next coin because you have like a goal, an expectation for your own self about how you want to kind of like give back to this world in whatever way that looks like to you? Or is it that you are defined by the money that's in your wallet? I've had a lot of unhealthy relationships with people who their worthiness was dependent on what was going on within that wallet that day. There's money in their wallet, fantastic. They're having a great day. If they didn't have money in their wallet, it's like you didn't even know the person that you're going to be dealing with. And literally, and money comes and goes. I never understood that energy. It's like money comes and goes all the time. So your emotions are going to constantly be like this. Like, it's very unnerving. So those things were coming up, as well as just this reminder that like the eclipse, which is, I want to say the 19th and the 20th, depending on where you are in the world. I'm recording this on the 18th. Isn't a time where we want to be like setting our intentions, right? The eclipse, this new moon eclipse in Aries is during a new moon, which is awesome about setting intentions. But new moon energy goes 3 days before and 3 days after, right? During the eclipse, we don't really want to be doing anything on that day. So again, I would say to cover your behind the 19th and the 20th, really maybe like the 19th, 20th, and 21st, just put intention setting on hold. You know what I mean? The eclipse can bring very chaotic energy. And again, we have this energy where we have all this light in the world and it's being cut off from us in just that moment. So your prayers, your manifestations, your goals, your dreams, your desires, the things that you're putting out into the universe, into the light, get like a hiccup in the Matrix. You know what I mean? You remember that scene in the Matrix where he's like shaking his head and he's like, and they're like, what? He's like, oh no, I just had like deja vu because he saw the cat and then he saw the cat again. It's like that energy. It's like something changes along its way. So you don't want to really put your goals out into an energy of there could be a hiccup, a interruption. Something can get in the mix of that feed. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you have a clear channel to the divine at all times. So it's a great day. It's a great day for prayer, for grounding your energies, for doing like protection energies or protection prayers, protection spells, whatever the fuck you want to call them, um, for just really being grounded and centered during that time, right? And activating your own light within yourself. You know what I mean? For those of you that resonate as like light workers and way showers, which is more than likely the reason that you're here. You know what I mean? Like, remember that you are the light. You literally are the light. You didn't come to bring it. You are it. You are already lit, luminous. You're a child of the Most High God. So focus on your inner light during this time, right? Like really connect with your higher self, connect with your teams of light, ask for clarity, anything that's coming up that feels uncomfortable for you at this time. And I know, I'm telling you, love and money are like the biggest ones right now. They're huge, huge, huge energies, you know. And that could be because we're right near like Taurus season, right? And Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Taurus is all about like money and comfort and luxury, so, and love as well. So that makes a lot of sense that those energies would be so amplified at this time. But wherever these things are coming up and you're feeling super uncomfortable, I want you to lean into it. You know what I mean? Like really like lean into it and like feel it. Like, why is this so discomforting for me? Like, why am I so triggered by this? Why do I, why am I being so needy, or why am I so cold? Right? Because those are two energies, You have the person that's freaking, they're either a martyr or a victim in their life. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of like needy and codependent and obsessive, right? And that says a lot when you're showing up like that, right? Why do you feel like you need to be someone's martyr? Why do you feel like you're always a victim? Right? Like these are some really important questions to ask of yourself during these times. Like, am I being needy? Am I being jealous? Am I being possessive? Am I being obsessive? With this relationship. And a little jealousy is healthy here or there. It's like, no, bitch, you got me fucked up. Like, recognize that this is mine. I get it, but we don't own people. You know what I mean? Like, there should be an energy of respect within your dynamic. Like these are the rules that we have for our relationship. These are the rules that we have for our connection. And I expect you to respect them. You know what I mean? And respect our relationship and respect the kind of things that we have in place. And if you don't, then maybe I'm not the one for you and you can exit stage left. You know what I mean? Very real conversations. I get it. Um, I've been seeing a lot of breakdowns, a lot of breakups during this time. Um, Fear and impatience will interrupt your money. Your fear and your impatience. And so during this time when we're trying to push things forward, when we're really being so impatient because we're praying and asking God for a thing, but it's not happening in our human minds fast enough. And not trusting in the fact that we're working with divine timing, not trusting in the fact that like we don't see the big picture, not trusting in the fact that like we don't have the bird's eye view of what's going on right now, right? In our mind, this little moment is a emergency and a catastrophe, when in actuality, it can just be a delay, a detour, or just not the right time for you to get this thing or receive this thing. Sometimes we're just not ready. As much as it sucks to hear that, as much as we don't want to hear that shit because maybe we got bills to pay or we got things to do, and I'm not trying to hear that. It is what it is, homie. You know what I mean? Like, you could be mad all you want. You just put a cape on, you could be Superman. Like, it doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, things are going to happen when they need to happen according to divine timing. And you need to get out of your own way, right? The more we fear something, the more we're stressed about something, the more we have put angst into something, delays its arrival to us. Because then there's the energy of fear, then there's doubt, and then there's, oh, I don't have it, oh, I don't have it, oh, I don't have it. And we're moving further and further and further away from our goal, dream, wish, and desire, as opposed to putting it in the universe and being like, you know what, I'm good. I know it's going to come when it's supposed to be here. 1333, I just saw on the clock. And really trusting the divine. Like, God, I know you're going to help me resolve this. Many a night, I will journal. I will sit up and journal and just put whatever problems, issues, situations I have and give it to my angels, give it to the Most High, and be like, I don't even know how y'all are going to figure this out. I don't even know what the next step is. All I know is that, like, it's not going to end like this. Like, I know that, like, everything is going to work itself out. I don't know what that means. I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm just trusting that y'all do. So, giving it to y'all. I'm going to go to bed. Give me some insight, like, if you can. If not, and I mean, I was going to say 9 times out of 10, but that's not even enough. Like 9.7 times out of 10, it's already resolved itself on its own, maybe while I was sleeping or while I decided to move on to other things. There's been a few times where I had to actually like do a little bit more of my part and participate in getting things to shift. It might be like answering an email or answering a phone call, but it's not me stressing, worrying, and freaking the fuck out. It's not me being impatient about it and trying to make it happen when it's already happened. We ask, believe, receive, right? When we ask, then we should know that we've already received it. So then what do I need to do? If I ask for something from the divine and I already got it, why am I freaking out? Right? It's like, oh, I bought a house. Fantastic. You haven't moved in yet, but you know that you're bought a house. So you know you're going to buy a house. So you start looking for a realtor. You start looking at different furniture. You start looking at different neighborhoods, right? You're not stressing because you know, like, I'm getting a new house. It's just a matter of me, like, aligning with the right one. And so you start the process of going to get that new house. Or you know that you've already got a new house, so now you need to buy furniture. So now you're looking for movers and stuff like that. You're getting yourself ready, right? It's the same thing with our manifestations, right? It's the same thing with our goals, our dreams, our wishes, and our desires. It's the same exact thing. So anyway, I don't know how I got on that tangent. Um, but whatever, I needed to come through. So, angels and guides, what do we need to tell everybody? What do we need to know? What do we need to see for this eclipse? Okay. Angels and ancestors. Oh, that's another thing. Our ancestors are coming through heavy. Ancestors are coming through heavy. Um, many of us are our ancestors. Many of us have come before in the same lineage, and we came back to help clear and cleanse the karma, the karmic energies from this lineage. From our lineage. Maybe some of the stuff that we agreed to, some of the contracts that we signed, some of the things that we created. Um, there are many people. There are many ancestors that. All right, there are many people. Sorry, guys. There's so much coming through. There are many people within your lineage that do not or did not have the strength to do the clearing and the healing and the karmic work that's being done, and so that's why some of you have come back. Right? Some of you have come back to do this heavy, heavy lifting because the others in your lineage couldn't do it, and it's time for you to get your lineage back, right? To reclaim you guys' power and your sovereignty, to realign your entire lineage with the divine again, and not have all this distorted energy, all these hiccups, all these bumps along the way. You know what I mean? It was a very smooth road at one point, and now there's like they're showing it to me like a dirt road, like within like a forest or something. And it's all clear, but then every once in a while there's like a boulder or a tree is falling down, or where there should be a road, now there's water, and so now it's like finding other ways to get around. And so not all of that is a bad thing, right? Because again, we're here to do the heavy lifting. So you're like walking down this road and then there's a boulder in front of your path, and now you're having to make your way around it. But as you make your way around this boulder, you open up to another area that you wouldn't have been before if you would have just stayed on this path. You know what I'm saying? So for many of you, you're on this path and you're walking the same roads as your ancestors, as yourself in past lives. But it's up for you to make the new pathways. You're way showers as well as light workers. So it's up for you to clear the new pathways. Like they just show me, people walking down the path and like going around boulders, and they have like their machetes out and they're just like cutting through the forest because they're making a new way. Right? And that's just a reminder from the divine. It's like God will make a way even where there is no way. He's giving you an opportunity to clear a new path. And if you're following your intuition and your guidance, you're going to go the right way past that boulder, whether that's to the right or to the left or above it, however it plays out. But you're going to be shown the right way to go, and you're going to be led to a greener pasture. You're going to be led to a different area. The road is going to take you somewhere you've never before. And at some point, yes, it will come back to the original road that you were on, but a new path has been forged for the descendants after you. A new path has been forged for the collective. It's the same thing. I just see boulders. I see like tree trunks falling down. Every once in a while, it's like you're doing well, and all of a sudden you're on the path, and the next thing you know, there's like a big tree trunk. And it's not even a big deal. It's just a matter of you climbing over it, but it's the fact that you had to like stop and climb over it. You know what I mean? And it's like, are you willing to stop and climb over it? Or are you going to give up at this point? Are you going to get frustrated that there's something else blocking your path? Or are you willing to do the work that it needs to maybe go over or around it? You know, and then they're showing me like a waterway covering the path. So where there should have been a road, now there's a freaking river. So how are we going to get across to the other side? Again, are you going to quit right there? And many people in your lineage have quit. They hit those boulders and that's where they stopped. They hit those tree trunks and that's where they stopped. They saw the waters and they thought that was it. They forgot about the tale and the story of Moses and how the seas can be parted open for them. They forgot that that's the same God that they are loving right now, that has loved them before and will love them forever. That's the same God. So are you going to awaken the light within yourself, your own sovereign being, and use the powers of the divine to help part the sea in front of you? Or are you going to quit and let the energy and the fear that's been chasing you down trap you in a corner and imprison you once again? It's really important. Your ancestors are telling you to move forward, to not give up. It's almost like you get to this river and you think there isn't a road, and then you look down the way and you see that a bridge has been made, or that it's dry over there and there's a new pathway, and it's just something that you didn't know about because you've always known about this road. That's all you guys have ever done is walk along this road, is be on this path. And so when you have to go in a different direction, it's concerning, right? So scary. I don't know what's over there. I've never been that way before. For some of you, it's scary. For some of you, it's exciting. I'm a life path 5. I'm excited about new things. I'm always trying to do new shit. Like I'm like, oh, let's go over there. Let's eat that. Let's try that. Let's see that. What's over here? What's on this path? Where does that go? I want to check it out. You know what I mean? I got on the bus the other day and I took it like all the way around back to my house because I just wanted to see. I'm like, where is this going? Because I keep seeing it in different places. I want to know the pathway in case I'm ever in a situation I need it. And I was like, oh, perfect. It goes boom, boom, boom. And I needed those things. Fantastic. Amazing. You know what I mean? Like, got my answer. And I didn't want to freaking Google map it. I wanted to see it. You know how we used to travel back in the day when there was no phones? What? We used common sense. Use our sense of direction. We use our natural instincts. Yes. Those are the energies. Wow. Bottom of the deck, shaman, trust in higher forces. So again, this is some of you just coming back. This is part of your ancestry. It's part of your lineage. For many of you, this is who you were in another life, right? Maybe you were the shamans or shamankas of your village. Right? So this is, again, trusting in your higher self, trusting in the messages you're receiving. I think they brought me into the forest energy because I'm always connecting with the animal spirits, and trusting the animals. You know where you're going to find safe shelter. You know which water to drink from if you start trusting and following the animals, right? You know when a storm is coming. You see the birds shifting. You know before things happen. That's that ancient energy that we all have within us. It's been dumbed down and blocked a lot because we've become very dependent on external things. But if the world should go dark, right, as we have with the eclipse energy, and let's say you lost power and you don't have your phone, how are you going to get home? How are you going to get in contact with your loved ones? What happens if your phone doesn't work? What happens if technology stops? What happens when the lights go off? You are the light. Okay? Hold on, because I really thought that I cut my phone off. Make sure it's not one of my kids. It is one of my kids. It's my baby boy. So proud. So proud of you. He's coming into himself. My son is coming into himself. I'm so happy. So happy for him. All right, wow, we got a lot of messages here. So, love it. Snake, shed old skin. Shed your old skin. An old version of you is coming apart, and that's fantastic. That's why we want to do this work. This is why we want to go within, right? We want to shed the layers of ego and fear that are surrounding us so that we can step into the fullness of who we are. So I keep telling you, you're a light worker, right? You think that you came to bring light and to help. No, you are the light. Like, take the cloak off of your head and allow yourself to shine brightly. Be radiant, be vibrant, be luminous. And if it's too bright for some people, tell them to get some motherfucking shades. It's not your problem. There's a lot of healing energy going on at this time as well. For some of you, you've experienced some severe illnesses recently, right? And it's working through your body. And some of you had to get sat down because you're not listening. You're not listening to your soul. You're not listening to your body. You're not listening to your path. I tell people all the time, I'm like, you better sit down before God sits you down. Like, listen, when I get the text or the memo from the Most High that I need to sit down, I'm like, let me chill out. Because if I don't chill out, it's not going to bode well. Because a simple, let me chill and rest today and just relax, and instead of like push, grind, could go to, oh wow, now I'm in the hospital for 2 weeks because I didn't decide to just listen to my body that one day where I needed to just take an hour to decompress, where I needed to just chill out for a second and put my feet up. Right? I need everything I needed was now. Here we go back to the energy of impatience. And I listen, we're in Aries season. I'm a fucking Aries. We're probably one of the most impatient signs ever. We're the ram. When there's not a door, we make one through a wall. Like, I get the energy of impatience. Ruled by Mars, like, with all the shits. With all the shits. If I ask you for something, I needed it yesterday. And I'm an Aries from New York. Come on. Come on. Right? Everything in a New York minute. What we get done in New York in a minute takes days for other people. Like, that's the energy I'm on. And sometimes we get told to just chill. And my chill is still faster than 90 people's like hustle. You know what I mean? But I know that I need to listen. I sit down before I get sat down. I do not want the universe sitting me down. I don't need the lesson that hard. I'm gonna take the little hint. Like, oh, you need to take a nap. Fantastic. I don't really nap, but I'll sit here and meditate for a minute and maybe close my eyes and see how that works. But I'm going to sit down. Oh, you need to drink some water? Fantastic. Let me go get a gallon. You know, I was in the store today and I was looking for like a snack and I'm like, I just need something during the day. I don't really eat that much. I do a lot of light work and I just don't need. There'll be times that I need to fuel up and there's most of the time I just don't eat that much. I drink a lot of water and I, eat light. And I was like looking at these snacks and I was like, I don't know. And I was like getting frustrated because I'm like, I don't like shopping. And here I'm still standing here trying to figure this out. Like, normally if I can't decide on something like that, especially with food, I'll just get so annoyed that I just won't eat. That's another reason I'll be mad picky. So I was like, okay, Archangel Raphael, help me. Like, I need a healthy snack for something in the house, right? Led right to it. And I was like, oh, this sounds delicious. Fantastic. Thank you. I should have asked you earlier. Like, why am I still standing in this fucking aisle? You know what I mean? Like, call upon the angels. They're here to help. Water guarding, connect with your emotions. Yeah. I said, whatever's triggering you at this time, I want you to lean into it. I really want you guys to lean into it. We have to feel it to heal it. When you run and you hide and you bury your head in the sand like a fucking ostrich and you turn your back on your problems and your situations, they do not go away. Okay? There's not just going to like, oh, if I close my eyes and, I don't see it, you don't see me. It's like the boogeyman in the dark. No, like, we're handling stuff. We're out here dealing with stuff. We're out here clearing karma and healing your lineage and ending generational curses, as well as raising the vibration of the planet, as well as expanding our soul and ascending and evolving. Like, you got shit going on. Open your eyes, feel through this world. And your feelings are blessings. They give you guidance as to what's going on with your soul. You know what I mean? They give you guidance as to where you're at. Are you depressed? Are you angry? Are you pissed off? Are you giggly? Are you happy? Are you illuminated? Like, how are you feeling right now? What's on your radar? And I always recommend this. I mean, you should always just be doing this in general, but really focus on the things that bring you joy and gratitude. My kids are required to write in their gratitude journal every night. Write at least 3 things that you're grateful for. And I don't want to see the same 3 things. I'm grateful for you and mommy and my brother and my sister. No, we're not doing that. I love you. Thank you for being grateful for me. I'm not going to be in the paper every day. What else can you find to be grateful for throughout your day? Right? What else can bring you joy? Late at night, especially if I know that I'm about to go to bed, if my energy is a little bit depleted, or maybe I was like a little tight during the day, I'll throw on something to make me laugh. Even if it's like a stand-up comedy for like 5 or 10 minutes, I do that. Even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes, to just switch my energy, to get some joyfulness in my world, or listen to some songs that I like. And I'm not talking about listening to that sad old love song that's gonna have you breaking your heart, Tony Braxton belting it out to you, speaking to your soul, Mary J. Blige, and you feeling her. You know, no more drama, y'all right there crying. No, like bring some joy into your life. I don't want you to like continue that cycle of that energy where you've already been sad or hurt, and then you just have a song now playing in your head that's just speaking to that emotion. No, what song can we speak to your heart? What song can we speak joy into you? What song can we speak light into you? What song can we speak love over you? Right? The delicious, joyful love that fills your soul because it's from the divine and it's from within yourself. It's not externalized. Okay? And if we need to do some hip hop, do it. All right. Shaolin Master. When does Mercury go retrograde? Because I'm already not talking properly and it's starting to irritate me. I'm like being very mindful of the fact that I sound crazy trying to talk to you guys. Mercury retrograde 2023. Oh, it's the 21st? Damn. I knew it was after the I knew it was after the eclipse, but I didn't realize it was like right after the eclipse. So we're still in that eclipse energy when Mercury goes. Oh yeah, I'd spend a lot of time in meditation and prayer during this time, if you can. If you gotta wait. Be graceful in movement and action. Take your time with things. You do not need to rush things. Focus your energy so that you're not spread thin. Bring some joy into your world, right? Grace, ease, flow. Don't fight your way forward. Shift your way forward. Tap into your intuition before you move forward. All right? Allow the divine to speak to you. Traveler, move in a new direction. Not surprising me. Not surprising me at all. Right? Like I said, I see you guys walking on this pathway and there's things that are blocking you. And so you need to move around them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Right? Absolutely brilliant. You are the person that's leading this. You are the path shower. You are the way shower. You are the light worker. And you're taking people in a new direction. You're taking yourself in a new direction. You're taking your whole lineage in a new direction. And it's a blessing. Beautiful energy. Oh, peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. First of all, I love this. I think this is white buffalo calf woman. Buffaloes are a sign of abundance. So again, with that money energy coming in, abundance in every area of our life, right? Like really, really honing into those energies and seeing, is it blocked? Am I scared of something? Is this an old fear coming up? You know, what do I need to learn from this energy? But pick your battles, people. This card is screaming to me. Pick your battles. Like sometimes it's better to be happy than to be right. I do not. I'm very, very careful with who I share my energy with. Right? There's certain people that are just very pessimistic, low vibrational, and they're just miserable. And I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. You know, if I'll be like, oh, what a beautiful blue sky, and they're like, oh, it's pink, I'll be like, yo, you're right. I'm not sitting here going back and forth with nobody arguing over no dumb shit. I'm not doing it. That's your perspective. This is my perspective. We can move on with our life. There's 8 billion people on the planet. We don't all have to agree. Next. Next. Next is my favorite word. Y'all don't even know. I will next you to death. Oh, and Gaia coming through. Love it, Mother Earth. Feel loved and comforted. Like I said, great time. Great time to be grounded. I mean, we should always be grounded anyway, but big time. So connect with Gaia. You know, go outside into nature if you can. Get into some salt water. Go to the beach. Go to a lake. Go to a river. Go take a walk in the forest, in the jungles, in the desert, wherever you can get outside and just get with Gaia. Do that. Do all of that. Bring a plant. I was looking at plants earlier, seeing if I maybe want to bring one into the house. It's so funny. I grabbed the Work Your Light Tarot because of, this impending moment of darkness that we have coming up. And it's like, no, like, you are the light. Like, y'all know what y'all need to do. Go in a new direction. Tap into your intuition. Get grounded. Pray. Meditate. Listen. Remember the luminosity of your soul. All right, angels and guys, can we get some final messages for the eclipse for everybody? Wow. Yep. Not surprising me there. Mm. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whoo, y'all just gave me a lot. So first of all, bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the Ace of Cups pop out as well. Like I said, the insecurities and fears are being amplified. The things that are within the shadow of our soul, especially dealing with the energy of love and the energy of finance, are being amplified at this time. We have an opportunity for something new and big to take place in the areas of love and finance if we tap into our hearts, if we listen to our soul. You see how there's two hands in each card, right? You don't have to go at this alone. And for many of you, you don't need to go at this alone. This is partnerships coming in. This is unity. This is divine connections being brought forth for you. That's the divine. That's the divine handing you a gift. This is a cup of love from God. This is a blessing from God, this financial prosperity, right? This is the land of milk and honey. This is our dreams coming true. This is your wishes being fulfilled. But you gotta feel into that, and you have to deal with the shit that is coming before you. Like, the stuff that is coming up is like the last little nonsense to get out the way so you can move forward, right? It's like you bought a beautiful plot of land and you need to build a home. Fantastic. But before you can build that home, guess what? We got to clear the dirt, right? We got to dig under the ground and make sure that the foundation is secure, right? That you're not building a house on sand, that you're actually building it on like rock or something, right? Sometimes we got to move those boulders. And unfortunately, maybe we have to uproot some trees in order to make space. We've had a lot of storms around where I'm at, and it's been clearing away. One, clearing away the things that are no longer serving us and don't need to be there. But two, it's also been bringing things up to the surface that we need to see. You know what I'm saying? And so that's this energy right now. It's like stuff is coming up for you for a reason. Stop running from it. Stuff is coming up for you for a reason. What is the reason? Like, look into that. Ask your team of light. Ask the divine. What am I missing? I could come, Holy Spirit, come. That I call on the Holy Spirit in a minute. Show me my blind spot. Show me what I'm not seeing. Show me what I'm supposed to receive from this lesson, this blessing, so that I can move forward with grace, with ease, with flow, perfect love, perfect trust. Right? Like, the divine is coming in with these beautiful gifts. Are you open to it? Or are you holding on to something from the past? Because look at this. Also the energy that's being healed, right? Emotional loss. Look at him holding on for dear life. Some of you are so comfortable with your pain, with your story, with your distorted beliefs, with your judgments, with your criticisms, with your self-doubt, with your worry, with your fears, with your codependency, with your abandonment issues. So you're so used to it. You rather hold on to it than let it go and open yourself up to something new. Your hands are holding onto your chest. How could it possibly be open to receive this love? This love that's coming in with another person who wants to share and hold the cup with you. But they need a hand from you and a hand from them. And right now, you're like this when you need to be like this. You need to let this go, whatever this is, whoever this is, whatever, whoever, whenever that was. It's time to let that story go and to move forward. and you see what it is you need to do. It's not like this person's eyes are closed. His eyes are completely open. He is well aware of the fact that he is holding on to that little piece of pain, right? It helps him to have identity. But it's time to let that energy go. You see it, you know it. It's time to move forward, right? Look, discontent and boredom. What did I say? We can't keep turning our backs to things. Turning your back, you're turning your back to the light, right? When we're holding on to that fear, holding on to that insecurity, holding on to that doubt, we're facing the shadow. We're facing the darkness. We don't want to see the goodness around us. We don't want to see the light available to us. We don't want to see the love that's available to us. There's a castle in the background. Your abundance right there. Your prosperity, your blessings, the mansions that they talk about with us in heaven, right? Available to you. But you got to turn around. You got to turn around. You got to pick up your head and turn around. You got to be willing to let this story go, right? It's on you always. Look at this. What happens when you free yourself from this energy, this pity party, this I want to hold on to my pain, right? It's the Chariot, triumph, moving forward, victory, right? This is that you have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Chariot card. I mean, come on. The blessings that are here for you, they're just not like blessings. They're blessings that are coming in quick, fast, and in a hurry. It's like somebody opened up the dam and all that water's flooding in. But you want to hold on to the dam. You're scared of what might happen if we clean that water. Yeah, it's going to be different, right? Maybe the water levels will be higher. Maybe there'll be new wildlife. Maybe it's going to overtake some of the vegetation on the land and bring in new nutrients and like richness. Like there's so much there, but how would you know? Because you're just holding on, scared to even try, scared to even look and see what is available to you because you don't want to get your hopes up. That's what you're scared of? You're scared you're going to be disappointed again? You're scared that if you hold on to this dream and to this goal that maybe it won't work because it didn't work before, or because you believed before and it didn't work out? Are you the same person today that you were then when those things occurred? Or did you learn something from that time? Did you embrace a new level of yourself? Have you learned to love yourself in all of this? Have you learned that you're worthy of financial abundance and prosperity? Have you learned that you're worthy of a divine, perfect love, whether that's an intimate love, platonic, familial, whatever? The love of yourself. Have you learned to love yourself in all of this? Because once you accept that, once you know that you deserve better, once you're open to better, guess what? You get to motherfucking rock out this life. And it gets to feel so good. And it gets to look so good. And you get to live your life full out. And you get to give people permission to do the same for themselves. That is a gift. That is a gift. And last but not least, we're going to end the reading here. Like, look at you. Bright motherfuckers out here, just out here shining. I love you so much. You're the divine masculine, the divine feminine, the light worker, the way shower, the crystal, the indigo, right? The star seeds, the twin flame, the 144,000, the witches, the warlocks, the shamans, the shamankas, the healers, the Reiki masters, the lovers, the friends, the brothers, the sisters, the moms, the dads, the daughters, the sons. You are a beautiful, luminous being of light, and you have the opportunity to allow yourself to live out fully, to have all that you've ever wished for and asked for. So during this beautiful eclipse, while you're being shown very clearly the things that are still hidden within the darkness of your energy, it is time for you, my beautiful soul, to lean into it, to thank it for being here. And I say that with complete sincerity. Like, thank whatever that pain and that trauma is, because it helped you to become the person that you are now, and it's going to help you to grow to the person that you're meant to become. Like, I thank all the people that have ever hurt me. I thank all the pains and the betrayals and all of it, because it all made me who I am. I wouldn't be as strong as I was if I didn't deal with shit, right? I wouldn't have learned to love myself if I didn't deal with a whole bunch of people who said they loved me, but in actuality were just using me for the love that I could give to them. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have learned all of these lessons. And I'm grateful for it. I am grateful to every person that's ever hurt me. I really am. I mean that. I wish them nothing but the best because they helped me to become the woman that I am. I'm a great coach. I'm a great reader. I'm a great mom. I'm a great friend because of all those things that I've grown through. Every single thing. Every betrayal, every lie, every pain, everything, everything, everything. You know, and I'm so grateful for that. And I ask for forgiveness for anyone that I might have been the toxic Tammy in their life. You know what I mean? And I give forgiveness to anyone who's ever fucking betrayed me. And I ask for forgiveness from anyone that I may have hurt, knowingly or unknowingly. Right? We're all the enemy in somebody's story. We're all the bad guy in somebody's story. So it doesn't hurt to just put it out there and just be like, God, forgive me, because sometimes I just didn't know any better. Sometimes you're just oblivious to your own. We're all the CEO of our own life, right? At some point, we're the priority above anything else, anyone else, whether we're doing it consciously or not. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, my beautiful beings of gorgeous, delicious light, I'm going to leave you here. Go get that beautiful love. It is beginning anew in your life. And look at the prosperity that is also beginning for you in your life. Like this eclipse season, once you face the line on your path, is going to open up so many freaking blessings for you. And April is an 11 universal month. This is a month of manifestations and miracles. Tap into it. Tap into it. All right? I'm going to leave it there. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. I'll see you guys soon. Oh my God, I almost forgot. It's still my birthday month. I suck with it. It's still my birthday month. So there's still discounts on my website on all my readings. I think it's like 33% off. I don't know. Just go to my website, enlighteneddaughter.com. I think the promo code is my B-Day. And get a reading. Like there's a ton there. If you want to book a coaching session with me, go to my website and do that as well. Not really doing too many ceremonies, but you know, if you need if you're getting married and you want me to come play at your wedding, do your ceremony, I got you. I do all the things, all the spiritual things, all the things. Anyway, I love you guys so very much, more than you could possibly imagine. I really do. That's why I show up all the time. I love you. God loves you beyond measure. Angels surround you. You're the dopest people in the universe, and I will see you soon. Later, High Vibe Tribe.